Hello, I'm Nathan Straub.
And I'm Hannah. We've been at Reach for 4 years now, and we've been a part of Apartment Life for a year and a half.
Apartment Life is a nonprofit business ministry, and what we do is we throw events in an apartment complex that we live at, and the goal is to build relationships. So they've actually they've done surveys, and the business side of the business ministry is that people who have relationships with their neighbors and they have friends, they tend to live at a place longer, which is beneficial for the business. And on the ministry side of things, because we're the ones that have been placed in this complex and we're throwing the events and we're meeting with people shortly after they've moved in, taking folks to coffee, going on walks with them, we have these opportunities to build relationship and to plant seeds of faith.
It's been a really neat experience to witness how God has moved in our lives and used our own circumstances, whether it be, having a newborn baby or having a 3-year-old or even having thyroid cancer. God has used all of these parts of our life and our story to reach other people within our community. And one example of this is I met a woman at one of our events who had the same scar as me, and I was able to just be like, hey, we're matching here. And it sparked a conversation, which sparked a relationship, and we now get to, we meet regularly. And I've had the opportunity to share the gospel with her, and she's asked, hey, you're Christian, and you live life differently. Like, you seem to have this peace that I want. And it was such a blessing to be able to share with her that even in our hardest moments and in the past and in times to come, that we have the hope of Jesus and that this is not our final resting place. We've had stories of kids who've never heard the name of Jesus, and because of our events and because of the intentional relationship building that we get to do and the accountability that we have through Apartment Life, we get to share Jesus with them. And it's such a blessing. Regardless of what season of life you're in, you can share the gospel. And that's what we're called to do as Christians. And so whether that be through Apartment Life or through volunteering or through just taking cookies to your neighbor, finding a way to bless the people around you and to love people is what we're called to do. And so we feel so blessed that we've been able to be a part of Apartment Life and to have that accountability. And if you have any questions about it or how to get involved with Apartment Life, there's a couple different ways that you can do that.
If you're interested in being an Apartment Life coordinator like Hannah and I, we have on-site coordinators where you actually live in that community. We also have off-site coordinators where you can live in your own house or in even a separate apartment community. And then you go to that other community, and that's kind of your home for doing the events and building relationships. In addition, if you're just looking to help out, the more volunteers that we have, the better we can do these
Volunteers
events.
and prayer are always welcome.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So be the church.
Reach the city.